Earlier in the month, Norm announced that he would be continuing the Little Cup series that was started by Visixpan. Whereas Visixpan started the Little Cup series with the February Cup, Norm will be continuing it with the March Cup. However, while they share the name of being part of the Little Championship or Little Cup series, then this being a monthly tournament, it's not hosted by the same individuals, and it also doesn't have the same format. So Norm's March Cup is going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to have $50 in prize pool. First place will receive $30, second place will receive $15, and third place will receive $5. There will be cash prizes sent out via PayPal or Western Union, as the case may be, with the following map pools: Stream Junction, Silent Fjord, Sylvan Charm, Xenos, Ravaged, and Cursed Temple. There's a good mix of 6 maps over there that favor a balance between Beast, Mech, and Rax. What's interesting is that while the rules have to be changed here such that you have to sign in and be ready to play by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is said that games will be played in single elimination best of 3. But rather than go into the rules here, you'll be able to understand another thing that makes the February Cup previously and this March Cup tournament very different from one another, and that is, of course, the format. There are 2 big changes in the format that are worth discussing. The first of which is that you may notice this is a single elimination bracket. Therefore, if you lose in round 1, round 2, or the semifinals, you don't get to go to a lower bracket and then continue your run from there. Everyone only has 1 tournament life. More importantly than that, there's also a change in the following format in this way. Rather than rank the players 1 to 16 in the order of how strong they are, from number 1 to number 16, to 1 is at the top, and then they're the best, and then 16 is at the bottom and they're the worst, Norm has taken more of a Dana White WWE show match kind of perspective on the March Cup. And that is, this is going to be single elimination for bragging rights and fun, therefore I'm going to put the matches together that I think are interesting. So, of the 16 players, we have grouped them in the following ways, or Norm has grouped them in the following ways. First round will be Yummy Blah Blah versus Aicy. This is a former number 1 in LittleWarGame against a long-standing number 2 or number 3, sometimes number 1 based on era. Then it's the rematch of Mr. Reins and Prankster Gangster from the winners bracket semifinals of the February Cup. Python versus Mr. Pankaka is a bit of a lower-paced speed game between the 2 of them, whereas Thurks versus Glava will show if Thurks is actually all that he was hyped up to be leading into the February Cup, and if Glava can in fact retain his edge over Thurks as his mentor. So it's a mentee-mentor matchup. Human versus JY the Snap is going to be one of the mentors who has the craziest way of thinking about the game in terms of factional hybridization, versus the most gutsy, out there, and braggadocious of players in JY the Snap. Then we're going to have Silver Ross versus Davina, 2 longtime players of LittleWarGame, who nevertheless haven't quite shown up as strongly as their experience would suggest, leading to which one a battle of experience and wit. Then we have Clatteriza versus Works, Works being a long-standing player of LittleWarGame who has excellent small unit micro and showed potential excellence in a finals match against Rhinus in the February Cup with giant mech plays, and also a bit of the human hybridization to their skill set. Clatteriza, meanwhile, being someone who has not participated in any of these tournaments previously, who is themselves a StarCraft II Grandmaster player who is coming over with experience from the Zerg race and bringing it into LittleWarGame. And finally, we have Visixpan RTS versus Weirdrat. Visixpan again being the mentor of Weirdrat, so it's a mentor-mentee matchup with Visixpan's ever-famous and powerful double proxy raiders up against Weirdrat's more solemn and reserved style. So, notice again, single elimination, there is a prize pool on the line. All of the early matches seem like they're going to be absolute fire and interesting to watch, and most importantly, all of this will be streamed live by Norm come Saturday. That's right, 2 days from now. This will be on March 20th. Of 2021 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get to watch fire round from the beginning round. The very first set of matches will be interesting, and then the rematches and the matches that those will generate will become more and more interesting until we get all the way to the end, and we see whether or not the finals lives up to the hype that rounds 1 and 2 will certainly bring into it. So if you haven't watched the LittleWarGame tournament before, this is going to be an excellent opportunity for you to watch an array of people play against one another that have very interesting balanced matchups and factional disputes and ways of thinking about the game, and a clash of styles and strengths, mentors versus mentees, old versus new, all wrapped up inside of Norm's March Cup tournament.